Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law Podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Caralee and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Welcome to another episode of the Scalable Law Podcast. I'm Caralee Fontanelli. I'm so excited that you are here. Maybe you're driving, maybe you're walking, maybe you're at work listening in. Wherever you are in the world and whatever you are doing, I hope that you are having a brilliant day and that everything is panning out as you hoped. I've been talking to lots of law firm owners lately, and I absolutely love getting on strategy calls with law firm owners, especially when they're either about to start up or they're just starting up. And the reason I love that is there's just so much potential and excitement about the future, about what is possible. And one of the things that I find, there's sort of two different types of people that I talk to. There's people that are overly optimistic, and I think that they think that it's going to be super easy to get where they want to get. And believe me, for most people it's not, including myself. And then there's the other group of people, and this is the group of people that I love working with the most. This group of people, they don't know what's possible and they don't actually believe that they can do it or that it's possible for them. And they have a lot of self-limiting beliefs around what they could possibly make. Love talking to those people because we can strip away those limiting beliefs by actually setting up some data, by looking at some numbers, and by reality checking what we can actually do in the next 12 months, while they're in the Scalable Business Lounge program. So, yesterday I had the privilege of talking to a lawyer who is super excited about leaving their role and starting and kicking into their own firm. And it was awesome to, set some amazing goals that are really achievable in the next 12 months. I know that they can absolutely do that just by focusing on getting a set amount of clients in for the year, working on their marketing strategies and streamlining and automating their new firm. So I was really excited. So if that sounds a little bit like you, please feel free to hop on my website and book in a strategy call with me. Happy to just have a chat, give you some insights, and we can go from there if Scalable Law is a good fit for you or not. But talking about limiting beliefs, I have my own as well. I think we all do. And yeah, I definitely have my own, and I have definitely been challenged with some limiting beliefs around my conference that we are putting on for law firm owners, around what sort of speakers we're going to be getting, around what the conference is going to look like, and around how many people are attending, all of those kinds of things. Now, the conference has taken on a life of its own, and it is only 8 weeks away. It is going to be absolutely amazing. My mind is blowing as to how fabulous and epic this conference is going to be. So the conference is called LawBizCon. If you have not heard of it, it is happening on the 13th and 14th of May, actually starting the 12th. We've got drinks, and we are bringing the most incredible speakers to the stage to help and inspire law firm owners to grow and build their business. The idea of the conference is that you are going to walk away absolutely so excited about your business, and you're going to be walking away with a pocket full, a bag full, a suitcase full, let's call it, of strategies and tools that you can implement into your law firm. So I'm super excited, and something amazing has happened. We are getting an incredible speaker. I cannot say who it is this morning, but we will be saying who it is very, very soon. She is world famous. She's a lawyer. She is absolutely incredible and took the world by storm quite recently. She's flying in from America and she is coming exclusively to LawBizCon. So I'm so excited. So stay tuned as to who that is. And I'm going to be announcing it very soon. And we are going to be absolutely so privileged to hear her speak. If you have not bought your tickets yet, oh my goodness, you absolutely must hop on and buy them. If you have already bought your tickets, I am so excited for you because you are going to be absolutely blown away with who we have coming, like blown away. So that is enough of that today, and let's get stuck into our topic. So today our topic is how to keep your law firm website updated, and this is a really comprehensive guide, and I'm going to provide you the checklist and guide online that you can download. So head on over to the show notes for this episode and you will find the guide over there. So keeping your law firm website updated is absolutely so imperative. I have had so many mishaps over the years with my law firm's website, including completely losing it out of the stratosphere and having to rebuild it over the weekend. Like those moments when it goes down or anything like that happens is an absolute gutting, panicking moment. And what do you do? So that's the extreme, but then there's small things that happen. I've had, for example, a company working on my website and they must have been working on other people's websites. I've logged into the website and there's a phone number on the top of the website, a push button phone number. Guess whose number it was? Not my law firm's. It was another law firm's number. I rang it and I was like, who is this? It's another law firm. The company had obviously been working on several sites at once and they got confused and put the different number in there. So lots of things can happen. Not only that, small basic things. Links can be broken. It cannot be loading correctly. It might not be updated for mobile use. Like there's all sorts of things and we have to keep up to date with it. So what I suggest is that you dedicate someone in your firm to do a regular monthly health check on your website. So that is process and step number one. It might take half an hour to go through some of the pages, check all the links, check that the calendar app is working, check that the phone number app is working, all of those kinds of things. But anyway, let's get stuck into the structured content I've got for you today and the checklist, and then you can download it and go from there. So find someone who can do that for you. If you are a solo, get someone on Fiverr, get a VA, someone who can help you with that. If you have a team, it's a really great job for a junior. It's a really great job for a receptionist. They can do it once a month, put it in the calendar. All right, so number one is that you need to do regular content updates. So this is number one. So inside that pocket of content updates, that includes reviewing your legal information regularly. Things change, legislation changes regularly. I know in family law, there's going to be a regulation change in May. So, we're going to have to go and update some content. So has that happened in your practice area and do you need to do an update there? You want to make sure that what is on your website does reflect what is actually correct as much as possible. It's important to maintain your website's credibility and usefulness for the end user. Number two around regular content updates is to update your firm's team profiles. Make sure that they are updated regularly, if they've got new achievements, if they've changed their position in the firm, that the photos are fresh and relevant. They're not 10 years old, or they're not out of focus, or they're not the wrong shadowy color or anything like that. What we do in our firm is we have a one spot that people stand, so it's the same background every single time. and we get a photographer, the same photographer, to come in very regularly to update our profiles, and we make sure that that is all done. So check your profiles and make sure that they are updated. And then also the third thing is when it comes to regular content updates, it's so important to be consistent around your blog articles, and that those blog articles are using a SEO strategy and including relevant keywords for your law firm, for your practice area, for your actual location, so that you are able to attract the right clients when they start Googling your services. So make sure that you post regularly. We post once a week, and we're in a really good cadence with that. We post a blog article once a week using our SEO keywords, even if it's every second week or every third week. And if you are using ChatGPT, it makes life so much easier. And if you have a proper branding strategy on ChatGPT, which is what I'm teaching people today in the Scalable Business Lounge actually, if you're doing that, then it's going to make life so much easier if you have either a team or on your own. It's an absolute game changer, amazing compared to how things were 5 years ago. Oh my goodness. So regular content updates, review your legal information regularly, make sure your team profiles are updated regularly, and make sure you're publishing regular content and being consistent with that using an SEO strategy. Right, the next one is a little bit boring, but it's very, very important, and that is your technical maintenance. So checking technical maintenance regularly. Now, if things are not working on your website, the problem is that you might have a great SEO campaign, you might have a great AdWords campaign, but if people are logging onto your website and it's not loading properly, or the links are broken, or it's not mobile responsive, or it's not secure, then you're going to have problems, because people are just going to bounce off and they're not actually going to use your website. So it's really, really important that you perform these technical maintenance checks. So let's walk through what they are. So there's 4 of them. The first one is that you need to check your speed of your website on a regular basis. So you can use tools like Google Page Speed, and it will tell you what the loading time is. The faster the loading time, the better. And from what I have learned, it's under 2.5 seconds is what you're looking for. I tested a couple of websites last week for some of our Scalable Business Lounge people, and they were loading at 4 seconds and 5 seconds. It's too slow. We are in a world where we want things now, and if we don't get things now, we move to the next link. So make sure that you are testing that regularly, and that if you have a problem with your website speed, that you get an expert to help you out with that. So by an expert, I mean someone from, you can use someone local, but we use someone from Fiverr. We hop onto Fiverr, we find someone who can help us with that exact problem, which is getting a better loading speed on your website, and they will work with the website to reduce whatever's slowing it down and make it faster. So we've done that multiple times. I have logged on, done these tests, and I've loaded at 5 seconds, and it's too slow. So do that one. That's a really easy one. The next one is to check for broken links. So links are, if you click on something and it goes to another page in your website, or it takes you somewhere else where you might have linked to. You can also use a tool online to check for broken links. Just Google broken link checker, and it will find all of the broken links for you. Broken links will negatively impact your SEO. They will also frustrate your visitors if you end up on one of those 404 pages or something like that. So it's really important that your website is checked regularly for broken links, and that any of those dead links are either taken out of your website or fixed. Next up is ensuring mobile responsiveness. So this is really, really important, because we need our mobiles to be working on phones and tablets. Half of the people that visit my law firm's website, they visit from mobile. I checked the other day another lady from Scalable Law, one of her websites, and the majority of her people visiting were on mobile. So it's really, really important that mobile is working properly, and it's also a critical factor when it comes to Google ranking. So make sure that your mobile responsiveness is working properly. Hop on your mobile phone and check your website. What does it look like? Is it pleasing to you? Is it working properly? These are some of the things that we often just don't have time to do, but it's really important that we do it. So hop on and get that done. And then the fourth one for the technical maintenance is to update your security measures on your website. So make sure that you have your SSL certificate, that you've paid for that through your domain company and linked it to your website. I don't know if you can recall you've been onto a website and it says not secure or this website's not secure and it freaks you out. That's because they don't have an SSL certificate. So make sure you've got that happening and ensure that your website is secure and safe. Change the passwords regularly, do things like that. We have had my website, Collective Family Law, hacked. It absolutely destroyed our rankings on Google. It was hacked, and then a whole lot of links were put in there for country like Indonesia or somewhere, like thousands of them. So it was a little bit crazy, and it took a long time to repair. So make sure you look after that, because you put so much time and effort into your website, so much time and effort into it, ranking and all of that type of thing. The last thing that you want is for it to be ruined by a hacker, which unfortunately I have been through that, and it's not that much fun. So that is the technical checklist. So maintaining your speed for your website, checking broken links, ensuring mobile responsiveness, and updating and making sure that you've got plenty of security measures in place. And the last one is the user experience and enhancing that. So it's hard. What happens is that we design a website. We, as the business owner, often have a lot to do with that design and the way that we think. But as lawyers, we don't think like our clients. And who is this website actually for? Is it for you? Is it for other lawyers? Or is it for people who want to engage your legal service? So looking at the website, have you designed it for your client? Does your client know who you're trying to attract? Are you for them? What does your headline look like? So an example of that is that for LawBizCon, I had someone check the website to give me this kind of feedback, and the headline wasn't appealing. Like, it was me in my head about it, rather than me thinking about the end user, the person who's actually going to be buying a ticket to come to LawBizCon. So you've got to think about that person, and sometimes it's really hard for us to do that because we are too close to the project. So make sure you enhance the experience of the user by ensuring that the content, especially on the front page, top of fold, is for them, and it provides them instant information that they know they can relate to. Next one with the user experience is making sure that you are easily contactable, making sure that if it's an initial appointment or a phone call, that they don't have to go hunting down to the bottom of the website. Nothing is worse for me when I have to go to a website and hunt around for their contact details. I will usually find someone else if I can't easily find their contact details. A good rule of thumb is to have as many contact points above the fold as you possibly can. So on our Collective Family Law website, we have got a Calendarly app where they can book an instant appointment. We have got a phone number. We have got a email. We have got a second phone number. So there's like 4 or 5 different ways you can contact us just on that front page. Some of it is click phone numbers, and some are written out in case someone's sitting there on their phone ready to dial your number. So remember that every user is going to be using your website in a different way. So we need to make sure that it's easy for them to contact us in many different ways. So have a think about that when you look at your website. Also analyze the user engagement. So pay attention to things like the pages that are being visited the most, how long people are staying on pages. You can use tools like SEMrush to help you with that. SEMrush is a paid marketing tool that marketing agencies have. We have it for our firm and Scalable Law, and I also use it to help clients with. It's reasonably inexpensive for what it does if you are taking care of your website yourself and you're not paying an SEO company to do that for you. And then lastly, refresh your design elements, like make sure your website is modern and easy to navigate. Update any outdated graphics. You can tweak your website. It's not a set and forget. It's you can update. So we recently updated our image. We updated our headings and content just to refresh it. You don't have to dump the whole website to make it better. You can tweak and tweak and tweak. And I recommend that's what you do, because so many times what people do is they make the mistake of dumping their old website and starting fresh. But unfortunately what that does is you are then starting again with Google, and you're losing all of that previous algorithm reading and content. So be really careful when you do that. You don't want to have to start working up the ranks again slowly. So that's just something there to keep in mind. Refresh the design elements and keep them up to date. So user experience is making sure that it's easy to contact you and that there's great call to actions on your website. Making sure that you are analyzing user engagement, tracking their behavior on your site, paying attention to where people are visiting the most, and also refreshing design elements over time. You might do a small thing each month up to update it and keep it fresh and modern. So there you have it. Those are some tips for you on how to do a regular maintenance check. The checklist will be on the show notes for you, so you can go ahead and download that, hand it to one of your juniors, hand it to a VA and say, can you please diarize checking our website every single month? This process will definitely keep you in good stead, and hopefully you don't have to go through some of the dramas that I have gone through with my own website, of it not working, of it being shut down, of it being hacked. And I'm talking about over the last 12 years, so it's not all of those things haven't all happened at once. But if I had this checklist, if I had been more switched on to these things like you are, then I wouldn't have had to have gone through those painful humps and lumps when it came to my website. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you are having a fabulous day. Don't forget to log on and buy your LawBizCon tickets. You are not going to believe who our guest speaker is, and I cannot wait to see you there. I'm so excited to meet all of my podcast listeners. So excited. So looking forward to it, and we'll see you very, very soon in May. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Scalable Law Podcast, brought to you by the Scalable Business Lounge. If you would love to know how you can get more clients without relying on referrals, head over to scalablelaw.com to watch my free masterclass. Until next time, you have got this.